Media. Again, the business itself might be on paper fundamentally sound, but as it's practiced, if the business is to get more people into the business, then that's an issue. Hi, my name is Ronnie Cruz. After almost 2 decades as a career network marketer, I realized that despite continual work on my personal and professional development, that I had hit a massive brick wall. So I took a deep and honest look at myself, top to bottom, hoping to find answers, and my search led me to one conclusion. The definitions I held of my business, of my world, of my life were the very things holding me back. If I wanted to change, if I wanted to grow beyond my current circumstances, I had to wipe the slate clean and redefine. This show is dedicated to helping you identify the belief systems, the mindsets, the very definitions that have held you back, and then help you break through those limitations to finally create the life you've been working so hard to achieve. Welcome to the ReDEFINE Podcast. All right, happy podcast day, Thursday edition. Today we're going to talk about digital marketing and all this madness about the courses being the center of the business model. Okay, so let me start off by saying that I have no problem with digital education. I have no problem with selling courses, creating your own course to sell and things like that. In fact, last year I sold a course. Well, I did a course for free. I did a 3-day marketing course. And then I did a ReDEFINE Network Marketing virtual event 3-day as well. And so there's nothing wrong with that, right? If you feel like you have something to offer and that people that will help people and that people would want to purchase from like a knowledge and a learning standpoint, then absolutely. I mean, digital education is a huge industry. Like I don't have the exact statistics, but I would say it's probably a multi-billion-dollar industry at this point and growing. And digital marketing has really kind of hit this fever pitch for that. Like I started seeing, well, I've only been looking at digital marketing in its current state since early this year, right? Like late January, February, around that time. But this stuff has kind of been around for I'd say 6 to 12 months in its latest iteration. Sorry, I'm playing with a pen on my desk if you hear background noise. In its latest iteration, I think 6 to 12 months is around its inception. It's accelerated very quickly because of the money that people have been able to make. But I think it's gotten into trouble as a result of that. The momentum around digital marketing in this iteration, with courses being the central core of the thing that people are making money on and money with, they're starting to get into trouble. And, weeks ago, I was looking at this and was like, man, yeah, this is going to be an issue for some of these digital marketers. And lo and behold, I think it was this past week or last week that one of the big companies had to put a pause on all their affiliates, right? All their sales and their affiliates. And so now they don't have access to making money with the products that they've been making so much money with over the last however many months they've been affiliated with that particular company. And so that becomes a real issue. And again, this is not to disparage education and digital products, but I think the sheer speed of it has lost. It hasn't lost the core message of it. The core message has adapted and evolved into really making money with the digital course, right? Let me sell you this thing that you can then learn how to sell the thing that I just sold you, right? Again, I like from the intentionality that I'm sure that isn't the intention of the people that created that model, because there are many companies out there that do it, even from an individual level. I've seen just recently people create affiliate programs around the education products that they've built and created themselves. but it can get to a point where if you're not careful, that intention gets completely lost and hijacked by the marketers, right? And again, not to say that there is any malicious intent, but if this is the thing that's driving the growth, if that behavior is driving the growth, and the behavior itself isn't necessarily completely copacetic, then it's going to be an issue. It's going to be an issue with that particular company that I mentioned. I think there were some compliance issues with some of the affiliates, and that's why they had to kind of pull the plug. And I don't know, I don't know the finer details, but I think they're working on refixing and just kind of tweaking the model so that it's not just driven by selling the course that you just bought, right? It's a course to teach you how to sell the course that you're learning from. Right. And I say you get into trouble because I mean I'm very familiar with these kinds of habits and behaviors and activities that can get business people into trouble, right? It's very similar to the network marketing story, where the business itself is very well intentioned, and on paper it's fundamentally sound. The model itself is fundamentally sound, but then it gets out into the field, and how people apply it, how people practice what they do in their business, then gets the company in trouble. There was a big company a handful of years back, like maybe 10 years back now. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but the company itself was great. The products were great. The compensation plan was great. So it was a model network marketing company, but the field was building, or they were building, in a way that was pretty unsavory. Like it was borderline predatory in the things that they were marketing, as far as like what they were promising, the things that they were saying and doing to get people to sign up, and the fact that they were actually targeting young people, young adults, and even people who were still in like high school and stuff, right? So they got into trouble because of that. Pyramid scheme, predatory marketing practices, and they got shut down. It had grown to be a pretty big company, but they got shut down by the regulators. And of course, in more recent news, you see, what's his name? Is it Ackerman or something like that? That's still trying to go after Herbalife, right? It's not that Herbalife is a bad model. I mean, on paper, it's fundamentally sound. The corporate leadership, fundamentally sound. They have no bad intentions, but how the field has practiced and done business has created trouble for that particular company. So same thing with digital marketing, right? Again, on paper and foundationally, these companies that sell digital courses that teach you how to market online are providing a service, right? Are providing a great amount of value in the courses and the products, the digital products that they sell. The fact that there is an affiliate program attached to most of those things is what gets them in trouble, because then the field, the marketers themselves create this business model where it is selling and marketing to people that they can make money online. And the thing that they can make money online with is the course that they learn how to make money online, right? If the business model and see, like, again, the business itself might be on paper fundamentally sound, but as it's practiced, if the business is to get more people into the business, then that's an issue. Even with this affiliate program, if we're any deeper than one level deep as far as becoming an affiliate and the sales, the percentage and the commissions that you make, it would already be considered a pyramid scheme. But the fact that it's just an affiliate, it's a one level affiliate, that's why it's not a being classified as pyramid schemes. But it could very much go down that direction. And same thing with these. Claims online, with some of these marketers are making, like with how much money they made in the last 12 months, with digital products and things like that. all well and good, and if that's how you want to market, I make no judgments, but it's not a marketing strategy that I would say will last very long, right? I don't think it's really fair, for one, to your audience to just throw out there how much money you're making to sell your course. And number two, again, it's almost misleading to say that, yeah, I made this much money, and then to say I made it selling this course that I want you to buy, so that so that you can learn how to sell online the course that you just bought. You know what I mean? Like it just goes round and round. And again, people are, if they haven't gotten into trouble yet, it's not gonna be, well, I mean, if they're of the mindset that, let me just make my money now and we'll see what happens 12 months from now. But for me, and maybe this is just me personally and how I do business, I want to build something with integrity and with ethics, but also something that's not just a flash in the pan, that builds on or that is capitalizing on a trend, nor capitalizing on people's people's hurts and people's pains. Yeah, as marketers, we want to address pain points, but I come from it from a place of service. How can I help you? Not poking that pain point and pouring salt and vinegar on it to make it hurt more by showing them how much I'm making. Right? That's not really serving them. That's just getting their eyes to your content. So even with me, and I talked about this in the last episode with the framework, it's the value, right? I know the marketing, that social media is being used as marketing, but for me, I still want to provide a lot of value as opposed to just attracting and getting eyes, right? Otherwise, it's just like, cheap advertising, really. So that's my 2 cents on digital marketing. If you're interested in the way I'm doing it, I talked about it in the last episode, the blueprint, or you can go to ronniecruz.com/blueprint and you'll go through the free class. It's a free class. It teaches you a very simple framework. And of course, I'm always upfront. I do sell stuff on the back end, but the value in that free class itself is going to be worth the 45 minutes to an hour that you take to watch it. So again, it's ronniecruz.com/blueprint, RonnieCruz.com/blueprint. Go there, check it out, watch the blueprint. And if you're not already following this show, make sure you follow the show. I appreciate your time. Of course, we're going to see you on Tuesday with another fresh new episode. So until then, be well, be safe. We'll see you in the next episode.